Air Force One is basically Die Hard on a plane.
Harrison Ford is the president. They hijacked the plane. That's the plot of the film.
You know who I am. I'm the President of the United States.
Terrorists threaten to kill the president's family if he doesn't acquiesce to their demands.
Well, this is Air Force One declaring emergency.
And the laughs ensue.
You gotta get this plane on the ground. Get off my plane.
Get off my yacht.
Get off my gondola.
Get off my jock, man.
Get off my foot. You're hurting me.
Look at me when I'm talking to you. Get off the plane.
Get off my plane.
That's the one.
The publisher of the Guinness Book of World Records was there to keep the time, make sure everything was on the up and up.
45 minutes, 47 seconds. And that undoubtedly is a new world record. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Everybody clapped and cheered and they loved it, not realizing that they've just sat there for about almost an hour listening to a guy play one note.
The problem was there was, I guess, too many little kids saying, I want to be like Joe.
R.J. Reynolds is dropping the cartoon-like character because of widespread protests that Joe Camel persuaded young people to smoke.
Joe's cool.
Those ads were really creepy. He was a cartoon camel who looked like he was maybe getting on with strippers.
Plus, a world-famous sportscaster gets his freak on.
It was kind of an S&M bondage situation, I believe. I think he liked to be spanked. Who doesn't?
Next on I Love 1997, Part 2. But first...
Love Con Air! I love that movie!
The plot...
Nicolas Cage convicted for killing a dude because his hands are literally lethal weapons.
He's finally getting out of jail.
I'm going home, son!
It's on a plane full of dangerous criminals.
Somehow, by hook or by crook, they managed to hijack this thing.
This ain't happening.
Nick, he won the Oscar for Con Air, I think, didn't he?
Rule is, I think in Hollywood, right after you win an Oscar, you're supposed to do a bunch of crappy, big action movies.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
It's like you know he did it for the money.
Nicolas Cage, one of his best looks ever. The bulging biceps and the little wife beater on.
Ugly all day.
He looked like a wild man. Because that's what prison will do to you. It'll turn you wild.
Put the bunny back in the box.
There was something about his accent. I just didn't buy it. What was I thinking? I can fly this plane.
The scariest dude was Buscemi. And Buscemi, if you look at the performance, isn't doing anything. He's basically just sitting there like this. And he's freaky as TVMA. I still don't know what that means. I think it means TV Massachusetts.
V for violence, S for sex, L for language, and then DP for double penetration.
When you see sexual content, that's when the fun starts.
It was kind of crazy. I think also he was wearing women's underwear.
Can you imagine Marv with some underwear on and some heels? That is not sexy.
It was kind of an S&M bondage situation, I believe. I think he liked to be spanked. Who doesn't?
This is from the Marv Albert collection, actually.
I knew Marv had a little freak in him.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
You kind of want to be a fly on the wall, and then you're kind of like, no, I don't.
Mr. Albert, are you aware of the charges brought against you?
Yes!
The court at NBC imposed punishment by banning him from sportscasting for a year.
No more biting for you, mister.
And then what did the NBA do? They gave him a job back a couple of years later. It's fine.
Yes! Coming up, suck my what?
Suck my...
What do you say to that? No, thank you. But I'm polite like that.
Demi Moore takes gender bendering up a notch.
Beverly Hills Ninja. Fat Caucasian man who's supposed to be a delicate ninja.
Are you communicating with me?
Hilarious.
Black Sheep, that was my favorite. He's on stage at a Rock the Vote concert.
You gotta fight for your right to vote!
And everything he says, just like any concert, the crowd's going crazy, like, yeah. And he goes, kill Whitey! Kill Whitey! Back row!
He and Spade were so great together, of the dumb guy and then the snarky, mean guy.
Look, Mommy, the rhino's getting too close to the car.
Him too afraid to get out. He's just a little guy.
That's it, big boy. I'm gonna wail on you.
Come on.
The Mary Kay Letourneau sex scandal.
Oh my God. Can't believe I even know her last name. Letourneau. French, maybe?
AKA the coolest teacher in the world.
She had sex with her 12-year-old student.
I did something that I had no right to do.
The woman was 34 years old.
He was 12.
She's not even Mrs. Robinson. She's like Mrs. Creep.
Coming up, the sinister mind games of Starship Troopers.
Looks like a bug was in his brain, sir.
Bug sucking. Who the hell thought of that?
All I remember about Starship Troopers was there's like these gigantic brain-sucking insects.
Actually, some of the insects were slightly less rigid than Casper Van Dien.
I'm sorry.
Casper Van Dien, the greatest movie star name of all time.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, I'm a Colgate commercial. Ding! Denise Richards, I like you. Ding!
That's a fine lady, fine white lady.
You look pretty good yourself.
Doogie Howser is there as like the intelligence guy.
Your basic arachnid warrior isn't too smart.
Neil Patrick Harris, TV's Doogie Howser.
He will always be seen as that.
Don't think about it. Big scandal is the co-ed showering scene. Ladies, dudes, no thanks. I'll shower alone.
In the future, men and women will shower together and fight aliens.
Who asked you to be so nosy?
I don't know which is more exciting.
It doesn't matter what film. If there's a shower scene, be it Starship Troopers, The English Patient, or Porky's, that's going to be the scene I remember.
These actors are incredible when you think about the fact that they're actually just reacting to the director yelling, "It's a giant vagina! Huge! With tentacles coming out!"
It's kind of hard to tell watching it whether they mean for it to be very funny or whether it's just sort of funny for the wrong reasons. I think it's for the right reasons.
Demi Moore played Lieutenant Jordan O'Neill, and she was given the opportunity to be the first female to become a Navy SEAL.
Demi Moore has always been at the vanguard of the feminist movement in Hollywood.
All I care about is completing the training and getting operational experience.
And she proves how tough she is. Wow.
She goes there and she goes all out.
She just stands her ground, and she says, yeah, suck my
Suck my Suck my
She ain't got it. How can she say suck my
Suck my.
What do you say to that?
No, thank you. But I'm polite like that.
Keep it down, all right?
Someday, there's going to be enough women who are strong enough to carry my dead ass off the battlefield that they can be Navy SEAls.
Titanic was one of the best movies. I think it was the best movie of '97. We were introduced to Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, my goodness.